Hey, I'm Rachel Ngom. I work with purpose-driven female entrepreneurs to help them get more leads and sales into their business. And today we're talking about the things that are holding you back from having 10K months, and then the 4 things you must have to actually reach those 10K months. And you'll have to excuse me, I'm in no makeup, I'm in bed. We've had a 2-week just adventure in Europe. We've been to so many cool places, and I feel like I need a vacation from my vacation. But we're going to the spa soon. So I'll get a little relaxation time. Question, when you go on vacation, do you like to be busy and like see all the things, do all the things, or do you like to just chill? My husband is one who likes to chill and like lay on the beach, do nothing. And the rest of my family is like, let's go see all the things. We had a ton of fun, but I'm excited to go home and like get to work because we have our Infinite Growth Challenge that's starting a week from tomorrow. So we already have a bunch of you already registered, but make sure you go to joingrowthchallenge.com to save your spot. And so let's talk about first, what's holding you back from those 10K months? And I want to hear from you. What do you think, perceive, what is in your head that you think is holding you back from having 10K months right now? The things that I see a lot of times is, one, you have a belief that it's hard to do. Like actually having a 10K month, this is like an unreachable milestone. This is something that's really freaking hard, and I'm not sure how it's actually going to happen. If you believe that something is hard, it's gonna be hard. If you believe that it's something that's easy, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to be easy. So you got to make sure that you're working on those beliefs of, is this like an easy achievable milestone, or does this feel seriously impossible and I have no freaking clue how it's going to happen? We'll talk more about those beliefs and everything inside the Infinite Growth Challenge as well. Another thing that could be holding you back is just thinking that it's not going to happen for you. And so I see this a lot where people are comparing themselves to all these other people. If you're doing that, if you're comparing yourself to anyone else, I highly suggest you like close out of Facebook, close out of Instagram, just do a complete social media detox because it's not serving you. So just by looking at other people and what they're doing, a lot of times it forces, like, you just get in your own head and you end up getting in your own way. And so what really fueled me actually was like in network marketing. I saw other people having success and I didn't compare myself. I said, if they could do it, I can do it too. And so that might be just a little belief, a little mindset shift that you have that you need to switch. And another big thing that I see is you have a fear of investing because you're not sure it's actually going to work. And I see this a lot. And this is like a huge belief that you have to shift, because if you want to have a business that's producing $10,000 a month, you have to invest in yourself. You're not going to get there on your own. You're not going to get there without the right coach or support or someone on your team or investing in a software or something. Like, you have to actually step into that role of a business owner, of a CEO. And if you are that business owner, that CEO that's making $10,000 a month, what do? They probably have the right support, right? So you got to make sure you get over that fear. And something that was hard for me to do was actually invest in a coach, because it was expensive. It was like $2,000 a month when I was working, and I was making $4,000 a month in my business. So it was kind of a scary investment. But I also knew that if I wanted my business to grow, I had to make that investment in myself. And boom, like, things changed so quickly. I didn't hit $10,000 a month my first month, but by our 7th month, we had, I think it was $16,000 a month. And then we ended up doing crazy like that first year. So let's talk about the 4 things that you need to actually make this happen on a consistent basis. So first thing, obviously, is mindset. So I've heard this so many times. I think it was probably Jim Rohn that said it the first time, but your income will never surpass your level of personal growth. And so you have to make sure that you are investing in yourself and you're growing. What is your plan for growth? So one of my favorite books is John Maxwell's Intentional Living, I think it's called, Intentional Living or Intentional Growth. And in the book, and I've heard him speak so many times, I was mentored by him for a full year. He said, like, one of his first mentors asked him, what is your growth plan for this year? And he didn't have an answer. And he was like, oh crap, like, I need a growth plan. I need to figure this out. So I'm asking you, what is your growth plan? What is your plan for growing over the next 12 months? If you don't have a plan for that, you need to have one. And I'll ask you right now, what are you reading? Are you reading something that's helping you grow, that's really supporting your mindset and your personal growth? Or are you just scrolling on Instagram and listening, like watching the news and that kind of thing? You got to make sure you're being intentional about feeding your mind with things that are going to help you grow. So first thing, mindset. Second thing is support. You have to have the support. It could be like a mastermind, a group coaching program, just coaching one-on-one, whatever it is, but you need to have that support to grow. So Charles Jones says that you are the same today that you're going to be in 5 years from now, except for two things: the people whom you associate with and the books that you read. And so take a look at who's in your inner circle. And are they helping you grow? And I'll tell you right now, being an entrepreneur is really freaking hard. And if you're surrounding yourself with people who are not entrepreneurs, they don't get what you go through. They don't get, like, if I were to tell just like my regular friends that are not entrepreneurs or people in my family, the things that I've done in my business or the money that I've invested or just everything that goes on, they would look at me like I was freaking nuts. And so when I'm talking to people in my mastermind and we're talking about up leveling and setting our goals and all these things, having 7-figure companies, like, yeah, they get me. And you got to make sure that you have that support of someone who understands where you're at in your business, and that will help you grow and go to the next level. Third thing that you need is the right strategy. So Tony Robbins says you can compress decades into days when you have that right strategy. So one of the things that I see people doing all the time is trying to go to YouTube and read all these blog posts and attending free classes and trying to get all this information that's in little bits and pieces, and they never have the full big picture. And what happens when they do that, it takes literally 10 times longer, 10 years longer than it would if they would have just sucked it up and invested in the course or the training or the coach or whatever it is that is the system of what they need to go from A to Z. And so look at what you're doing right now. Do you have the right strategy that's going to take you where you want to go? And then the last thing you need is consistent, massive action. It's not what you do every once in a while that's going to bring you success. It's what you do consistently. So if you're struggling with taking consistent action, one of the best books you can read is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. That's a book that I read a long time ago when I was like 23, something like that. And it really helped me get in the right frame of mind when I was starting my first business in network marketing. It's not like you show up to an event or you do this big thing. It's literally the small, seemingly insignificant things that you do day after day after day. It's not sexy. And most people, they want the secret sauce to success, right? And I'll be like, all right, follow me around for a day. You're gonna see it's pretty boring. But it's those little things that it's easy to do, it's easy not to do. And when you actually do them, that's when you're gonna start to see massive success, okay? So let's do a quick recap. What's holding you back? Belief that it's actually hard to do, or that it won't happen for you, or a fear of investing, or a fear of failure. And the things that you need to do to actually make it happen: work on your mindset. Make sure you have your mindset in the right place, have the right support, surrounding yourself with the right people, have the right strategy, and continue to take consistent, massive action. Okay, if you haven't signed up for our Infinite Growth Challenge, make sure to go to joingrowthchallenge.com, get your booty registered. If you have signed up, comment, heck yes, I am in. And I'm gonna get going. I have a facial and a massage scheduled for 20 minutes from now. Oh, I'm excited. But I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later.